Okay, great. Daniel, when you're ready.
Thank you, Andy. Good afternoon, Nuno.
Good afternoon.
We got to see a bit of training yesterday. It seemed that everyone was there, which is good news. Mostly everyone other than Carlos. I mean, how good is it in terms of you have a pretty much fully healthy squad to pick from at this point in the season?
It's very good. It's very good. It gives us options, solutions, and having everybody available. It's just nice to see. No one in the doctors, so it's nice to be.
And we got to watch a bit of it at the start, and the atmosphere just seems so positive and happy. I mean, is that what you're seeing kind of day to day, especially now we're at the business end of the season?
Today was not so happy. Today.
Oh, tell me why.
No, it was more focused. Yesterday was the day to really give time to the players to totally recover, and today we start preparing the match, so it requires a little bit more of focus and concentration.
Talk about concentration. I mean, going into this business end of the season, I mean, you said to us a few weeks ago that now every game is so important. So what's your message been to the players as you approach these final few games?
That we don't have to change anything. Approach the game the same way that we've been doing all season. Trying to get as much details and then prepare ourselves to compete against a very tough team. That all the teams, everything's going to be decided now, so all the teams are ready to go, and we have to be ready to compete against Ipswich.
You kind of touched on it after the Manchester City game, but I just wonder, in the last two Premier League games, how pleased have you been with, especially the defensive side of the performances, 2 clean sheets against Arsenal and Manchester City, really setting the foundations again of how the team can go forward as well?
I think we did really well against difficult opponents. It's always one of our main focus is to keep our clean sheet, because that allows to be in the game and always have a chance to our talent players to score. So that's our priority. Nothing changes.
I did just want to ask you about the England squad, because Thomas Tuchel announced his squad tomorrow for the first time. Of course, there's some English players here at Forest. I just wonder, first of all, Morgan Gibbs-White, since he's made his debut for England, have you seen his game elevate, even just off the pitch in terms of his personality, his leadership, since making that step up?
Definitely, yes. Is one of the big things that Morgan has been giving us. Not only his incredible performance on the pitch, but always be ready to help the teammates. His leadership. He's one of the captains. So regarding the squad, let's wait and see what Thomas does. Hope everybody that he wants to takes. There's a lot of English players in our squad.
Absolutely. I did just want to ask you about Callum Hudson-Odoi as well, though, after his goal against Manchester City. Maybe he could be included tomorrow. We'll wait and find out. But I just wonder, how have you seen his progress this season? Have you seen constant improvement? And where do you think he's improved the most this season?
A lot of aspects in his game have been improving. I think he's versatile to do both sides of the wings. He's been adaptable and really performing well. His defensive tasks are always there. And I believe that there's still a lot of things that he can do better in terms of assists, in terms of goals. Always good numbers to have and improve.
And just finally from me, I just wanted to ask you about Elliott Anderson. Yeah. I spoke to him yesterday and I was asking about the different positions he's played, and he said he really enjoys the deeper kind of 6 role in that too. Long term, is that where you perhaps see his best position, or do you think he still has a lot of growth to maybe be versatile and still play him in a few different positions?
I still believe that he has the ability to be versatile and play in different positions. He's been proven, and with his age, it only can make him better for the future. Being able to do more than one position in the pitch is one thing that a squad needs in their players, and Elliott can do that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Ivan.
Thank you. Nuno, hi.
Hello.
So you're into, as has just been mentioned, the business end of the season. That's a phrase you're becoming used to, I suppose, in England now. You've resisted talking about the bigger picture, the prizes that you're chasing. But as you now enter this critical phase, is it something you can use, the prospect that you might achieve some really significant prizes this season?
No. It doesn't make sense to change our approach. We've been game by game, day by day, training session by training session. This is what we we believe that is the best way to approach every game until the end.
So what are the biggest challenges you now face in getting over the line with which obviously would be huge targets for you to try and achieve this season?
First, the big challenge is Ipswich. It's our main challenge that we have ahead of us. Tough team. We've been playing. We know how hard it was. The FA Cup, we only achieved it on the penalty. Good team, good coach, recovering players from that were away. So this is our major challenge.
And you've found it tough playing them this season.
Yeah.
What are the specific things that you have found difficult to overcome?
Because they have quality players. They have quality players and they play good. They are intense and we expect a very tough match at their home.
And how mindful are you personally of the prizes that could await this season? You're in the FA Cup, that's in sight, Champions League place. I mean, in terms of your career, how often have you been in this position? And
my career is tomorrow. My career is tomorrow and after tomorrow. This is my career. This is my life. It's tomorrow. I finish now speaking with you with all my pleasure and I go back to work and I prepare the training session of tomorrow. This is my career.
There will be a point when we can actually ask you about the season and the achievements then.
Yes, after the last game. And then that will make sense.
We look forward to that. Thank you.
You, sir.
Thanks,
So much.
Ivan. Charlie, please.
Hello.
Can I just go back to Elliott Anderson, if you don't mind? It's a great season. Signed, he's still such a young man. How proud would you be if he were to get an England call?
I think we have a lot of English players that are options for the English squad. Elliott is among those. And we as a club, every time our player goes to a national team, we are very proud because that is one of their goals as individual players and that makes them better and that makes them perform better for us. So it's a cycle and we are very proud that not only the English players, but we have a lot, it's going to be almost 14 players of our squad going to national teams. That's a reflection of their good work.
There's a balance, isn't there? Some managers would rather that their players stayed at home and just rested rather than travelling all over the world and representing their country, but you would rather that they went and played.
Now, we are very proud that they go. Because it's impossible. How can you not play for your country and not feel proud of yourself? What we want is them to return healthy. Is that what we are looking forward to?
Just finally for me, there have been some remarkable highs so far this season. The weekend was another one of those highs, and stadiums bouncing, you were dancing. And how do you make sure that you manage the emotions of such a high so that you can then come back to the normal level so you can get to another high?
Because it's finished. We have day off and then we start a new cycle of the week. It's finished what we did and it was a great job by the players against City. We have to transport and try to improve for Ipswich. Being solid, being compact, being competitive. Thank you.
Jonathan.
You know, we've seen Thomas Tuchel at a few of your game looking at players. Has he reached out and contacted you to speak about some of the players that he may be interested in calling?
No, not yet. If he wants, I'm free. But I think it's everybody to see, no? I think the national team coaches make observation of a lot of games. It's because they are looking at players possible to their own squad, and if Thomas was here, for sure he's counting on our players.
Thank you. Cameras off, please. Written section embargo till 10:30.